This was not the race that I planned on 18 weeks ago, but boy, I'm proud of what I just ran.
So, how is this 4.5-month long training cycle story going to end? Well, let me tell you how incredible it is to be an endurance athlete, even when things don't go quite as planned. At the Glass City Half Marathon and Marathon, there's a little incline at mile 3, and then a turn into a boisterous, cheering crowd. For me, that moment came at about 22 minutes into the race. It was chilly, the light was perfect, and something about that moment hit me hard. I teared up, a little inside and a little outside. It's been a long winter, and it's been a long 18 weeks. But in that moment, I remembered the joy of being part of something bigger than myself. I was running half of the 26.2 miles I planned, but I was running, and the sense of accomplishment, it was real. The crowd rang cowbells and held silly signs and shouted words of encouragement. I didn't know a single person in the crowd or the rest of the course for the next 10 miles, but that didn't matter to them and that didn't matter to me. This training cycle, I've felt all the feels: wonder, hope, disappointment, discouragement, resolve, satisfaction, pride, optimism, frustration, weariness, contentment, and now, success. I didn't know how this race would go. Would my legs hold up? Should I go slow? I wasn't sure my fitness was where I wanted it to be. Pacing felt like guesswork, but there was some freedom in that. I wasn't glued to my watch, and I ran by feel. I knew the risks of going out too fast and blowing up too early, but I also knew how I trained, and I knew what I did in Detroit back in October, and I was only doing the half marathon. So I timed it just right. I ran out of juice as I hit the finish line. Mission accomplished. There's certainly a physical strength you need to finish a half marathon, but the mental strength, that's what matters even more. At mile 10, I drew on everything I had done to get here. Was it snowing sideways today? No. Was there thunder and lightning? No. Was it 2 a.m.? Still no. So no excuses. I thought back to the hard stuff. 12 hours in a hospital room alone. Frozen water bottles in February. Runs happening before anyone even thought of walking to the bathroom, much less putting in a high-tempo training run. I've done harder things, and somehow, mile after mile, redemption and mercy showed up again. Mind and body aligned. I crossed the finish line with a fist in the air, still a little tipsy-legged, but smiling, because not 1 ounce of effort was wasted, not in training and not on race day. I'm deeply grateful to all those who cheered, whether you knew me or not. Family, friends, strangers, all of you. This chapter is closing, but a new one begins, and it's going to be a good one, because I know forward is progress.
You don't realize how much hassle those races are when you don't have to tackle.